Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about Ramadan. Basically, for this Ramadan, what I'm thinking about doing is just having some reflections, Ramadan reflections, as you will. I guess what I'm going to do, I'll just make some videos, maybe one a day, talk about some things that we can focus on during this Ramadan. And hopefully we can all gain some insight and some inspiration and get something out of this holy month that we all cherish as Muslims. So basically, what is the objective of Ramadan? Now, in a very one-dimensional sense, it's not eating. It's just a month of fasting. We can say the only thing about Ramadan is to not eat, and that's it. To me, it's a lot deeper than that. Whenever it comes to Ramadan, I like to be a lot more spiritually disciplined. I like to give up bad habits. I like to do more prayer, do more good deeds, read more Quran, be kinder to family, etc. So, what is the objective of Ramadan? I mean, the big one for me is to attain taqwa. So when we do our fasting, we get really close to Allah, and I think that would be the main goal for Ramadan. When if you're asking me, and I think it's the most clear one for me. Now, some people say the goal of Ramadan is to have empathy for the poor, because we're going without food, and therefore we gain sympathy for the poor. To me, this doesn't make any sense, because while we get hungry, and this is something that those without food do experience, we're not just starving ourselves for this reason. We're actually fasting is an act of devotion, and it's an act of spirituality as well. So if we want to show empathy for the poor, we can give charity, but the real objective of fasting is to attain closeness to Allah. So that's that, and some other objectives of Ramadan in general. To revitalize our spirituality. So we go all year where we are exposed to all this fitna. And basically, Ramadan is an opportunity to say, look, I'm gonna put the blinkers on for a whole month, focus, stop whatever bad habits that we might have, and really hone in on lofty objectives, right? So it's an opportunity to revitalize our spirituality, our sense of taqwa, and our religion in general. Even if that's just the rules and regulations, that's still revitalizing ourself as well, in a sense. Now, another goal of Ramadan, being the month that the Quran was sent to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Another objective is to learn the Quran. This is something I do every Ramadan, and it's something that I'm going to do again, and that I am focusing on as well, is learning some Quran. Actually seeing if I can commit some to memory, and just maybe spending a bit more time reading the Quran, and just in general seeing what you can get out of it as well, whether that's just reading a little bit every day or reading a lot if you want to. You don't have to. No one's saying that you have to read the whole Quran in Ramadan. It's not a fard, but just have some kind of experience with it. If you're reading a page a day, that's enough, right? So yeah, being the month that the Quran was sent down, as I already said, this is a month to spend time deepening your connection with Allah by reading your Quran. And yeah, that's probably the main few things that I think are objectives of Ramadan. Now, I wanted to also basically see what are some of the more personal goals that we can, I guess, achieve. For me, one of the big ones is just seeing out the 30 days because basically in the past I haven't been so good. I have probably not followed the fasting 100%, and this has very bad consequences. You essentially become a loser if you try to cheat on the Ramadan, and I have felt this way before, and it's probably the worst thing because basically no one wants to have this station, this status, or this position, and I guess this is a test from God as well. So we want to pass the test, right? So just completing the 30 days is a big thing, and probably doing it with as much sincerity as we can, knowing that there are no exceptions when it comes to whether you can break your fast or not, unless of course it's life or death. Then I think that's probably a big one. But yeah, I think just being strict and realizing that that it's within us to do this for us, and we can do it if we try. So just seeing out the 30 days is a big thing. Now the next goal that you could have this Ramadan is to quit a bad habit. So I guess we're not perfect as insan. So if we ever have any habits that we are trying to kick, then this is the time where we are essentially restraining the self, restraining our desires. So I guess if we can use this extra kick of discipline to kick any other habits that we might have, then this is the best time. It's probably the easiest time as well because we're already in the right mindset. So while we're doing all this hard work on restraining our food and drink, basically we can put a lid on any other things that may be detrimental to our religion or just to our egos, and yeah, now's the time, right? If there's any time, why not start now? I mean, that's the way I see it anyway. Now another thing that we can do this Ramadan is to be kinder to family. It's a big deed that we know of in Islam to be kind first to our mother, and also to our father, and then also to our nearest of kin as well. So basically, we can use this time in Ramadan to show acts of gratitude, showing that we actually appreciate our family for the good that they do and for the selflessness that they show in caring for us, and also just doing any good deed that we can for them, an act of service, an act of love, anything, a small gift, things like this. If we're not doing them anyway, why not start this Ramadan and basically make the most of an opportunity to maybe heal relationships that might be broken, or to enhance relationships that could be better. So yeah, that's another thing. Now, one big thing that I'm sure we can all understand about Ramadan is that this is the time when the masjids become a bit fuller. And for me, I'm kind of in two minds about this. For the first thing I think is, why are these people only coming out in Ramadan? I mean, it's an obligation to pray 5 times a day all throughout the year. But the second mind I'm in is like, Alhamdulillah, like the masjids are fuller, and this is the way it should be all year round. So it's nice to see it, even if it's fleeting, right? So basically, one of the things that we can focus on this Ramadan is our prayer. Let's say if we're not praying at all, try to get up in the morning. Try to do some prayer at least, because I mean, we're not eating, we're doing the fasting, and this is kind of incomplete if we just do the fasting and not the prayer, because I mean, what are the five pillars of Islam? Shahada, Salah, fasting, Zakah, and Hajj. So the Salah goes with the fasting. You can't just keep one pillar up and another pillar down. I mean, they all work together, essentially. So a goal that we can have this Ramadan is to establish the prayer, essentially, and keep up our duty, right? So that's another thing. Now, I've written down here that a goal that we can have in Ramadan is to start a new venture. Now, this can be something that's related to our deen, or this can be something that's related to our dunya. Basically, I mean, this is a time for revitalization of the religion, but it can also be a time for revitalization of our aspirations as well. So why not think about starting a new venture, whether it's a business or some kind of venture in religion, whether it's a book or a YouTube channel or a charity, anything that you want to do to help out the ummah, or to do da'wah, or just for the noble goal of being independent. This could be the time to have a new beginning, whether you're revitalizing your religion, or just revitalizing your aspirations as well. I mean, why not? I know you kind of get a bit of a boost of energy around this time. You feel a bit more inspired to do better. So think about what you could do to improve your worldly affairs, and in an essence, this is also improving your religion by being more self-set and more independent as well. And it's good to be successful. This is part of our religion. The strong believer is more I think beloved. This could be the word, more beloved to Allah than the weak believer. However, both are still beloved by Allah, or both are still cherished by Allah. But the strong believer is more beloved, right? So yeah, that's something we can do. And another thing that we can try to do this Ramadan is to have more forbearance. So when we are going about our lives in day to day, we are very attached to the present life. We have short tempers. We can behave a little bit selfishly at times. And this can basically, Ramadan puts a restraint on our appetites, and this essentially teaches us to have a lot more insight and a lot more understanding of what the bigger goals in life are. So take this opportunity to have more forbearance, and yeah, I think that for me as well, especially, this can be an opportunity to become a lot more strong as a believer, right? Now, the last thing to achieve as a goal this Ramadan is to restrain the self. So I think all of the other things that I've talked about essentially boil down to this one goal. So basically, when I say restraining the nafs or restraining the self, basically don't become a slave to your desires. Try to liberate yourself, and remember that we're servants of God. So when we think about the things that we are attached to in this world, try not to become too attached to them, and have a loftier objective as well. So that's what I wanted to say. Some goals this Ramadan, as well as a general overbearing objective. I wish everyone the best for this Ramadan. I don't know if I said it in the start of this video, but I've started myself already. I thought I'd get a head start. So basically, yeah, it's going well, and I'll keep posted with these videos. Maybe I'll have some more reflections to talk about. But for now, I just wanted to see if we could put like a scope on our Ramadan, and see what we want to achieve, and how we can keep moving forwards and keep being better as people, and be as sincere as we possibly can be in our faith. So thank you very much, and have a good day. Cheers.